in their Carolina blue jerseys, Harvard in white, and we are underway. And here's the scrap that Hanahan's going to have to put up today to tolerate Brady Wambach, the returning first-team All-American, and Carolina comes away with it. First possession here at Archbishop Spalding. Dominic Petramala will slow things down. That was just a gritty face-off win, and a great job by Parker Hoffman to come up with the ground ball as we are underway. First possession, everybody likes to get a little bit of a touch.
You know, I talked to Joe Bresci earlier today, Booker. One thing he said is they're going to be more careful with the ball, not forcing early shots, because Harvard's offensive efficiency and shooting percentage is really their strength. So Carolina wants to possess the ball for longer periods of time to limit Harvard's possessions.
Suchek from goal line, extended sharp angle, and it's gathered by the Tar Heels. Oh boy, long outside shot, goal, 1-0.
Oh, how they want to come out here and how they want to get their offense going, get the ball flowing, create momentum.
Petro, top center, top lefty spot. He has over 100 career goals, so they might be running something for him down the backside.
The tight 3-3, here comes a shot.
Bam! Oh! Little top cheddar right there, Georgie. The little back and forth passes as well, as Carolina now 3-0 on faceoffs. But Harvard scrapping for it right now. And we get a push against Carolina, procedural violation, no flag, but it is going to give Harvard their first possession. They still have to clear it. Great play by Michael Savido. And Harvard has it down on offense. Finally, here is Jack Spidell near side. An absolute star for Coach Jerry Byrne and, of course, assistant coach Neil Hutchinson. Coach Hutch loves him.
It's Andrew Perry. I was talking to Jerry Byrne earlier, and he said that Spidell might be the best player he's ever coached. And he meant that at Notre Dame, too. He thinks he's that good. So Jerry is super high on Spidell. If he catches it inside, it's over. He's such a great shooter scorer.
And Teddy Malone, 24 goals on the year, gets rid of it. Shot, goal. Spidell.
There he is, the Spider-Man.
Carolina. Guy scored 19 goals his senior year and was voted midfielder of the year.
Lightning speed,
yeah.
Busing. Like
he was
incredible lightning speed. Fun to watch.
A lot of players. Dennis Goldstein, one of the great players of the year.
Dan Donnelly was on the midfield. Double D, as they called him back in his day. Both teams subbing here at the top of the midfield stripe.
Dan Levy, husband of the great Jenny Levy. Backhand shot, goal, Carolina. And that will get you on the board if you're Owen Duff hero. We have a benefit for Shootout for Soldiers going on at halftime. It is just a tremendous way to give back to the folks who give so much to us. Diagonal pack is picked off. Savido having a game right now.
That's about the third pass he's picked off. They've got a little break here if they push it.
Spidell way up too high to help the break there. And it's interesting, maybe they put clearing efficiency over fast break efficiency there.
I think that is a very accurate assessment.
I've seen a couple of these games, George. Played a couple with you when I was lucky. Harvard back on offense after the steal by Savido. Andrew Perry, number 41, doing some good work for him. And now they're going to get a 26. That's none other than Teddy Malone. Just joined the 100-goal club as Harvard comes off the Charles River rivalry against Boston U. And once again, efficient in that victory. First time in 65 years that Harvard has been 8-0. Logan Ip, how you like me now? Logan Ip. Arnorp, rip net or ride pine.
That Logan Ip is
back at the dot. Brady Wambach. Not much new there. He wins it back to himself, and then other times he'll push it forward to a teammate. And now we have Josh Marcus looking to clear. And man open in the middle. And here comes that second midfield, the all-freshman midfield line. Gary Merrill, number 16. Luke Bear and Anthony Rayo.
You imagine the chemistry they're going to generate this year as freshmen, next year as sophomores. By the time they're juniors, the chemistry will be incredible. They'll know exactly where to look for each other at all times.
Merrill, Bear, shot goes just wide. Now, George, so you're assuming they're not going to leave early for the pros? You're going to stay all 4 years?
Hopefully. Well,
yeah.
Staying in Carolina is not the hardest thing to do. It's a very good place. That's a nice place to find yourself.
Especially when you're raking in $8 of NIL money. Shot goal, Duffy's on fire. He is so hot right now, you better bring a fire extinguisher if you want to defend him. You want to stop him. Probably the best defensive coach ever, Dave Petramala, helping them. Bounce too hard.
Hit the post though, Booker. Hit the inside pipe there.
They've hit the pipe so many times they might get elected for mayor of D.C. As Carolina comes up with a loose ball and the clear. 11:05 to go. Acres of time on the shot clock. And Petramala now getting a little harassed on the offensive end.
Suchek, one of the top players on Carolina, excellent midfielder.
10 goals, 7 assists coming into it. Another one of those guys who really got his start at the New Balance underclass tryouts. James Madden.
It's Harshbarger.
Harshbarger's a great little versatile player, and he got the long stick out of this, so he'll probably look to move it as he plays the two-man game with Suchek. There's the switch. And they get it behind to Duffy. Duffy, goal line extended, feed inside to Petramala. Little backhand shot.
But he was smart to get it off, right?
Yep.
Another thing for the younger players. You catch the ball inside, you got to get rid of it quickly. You can't sit there and hold it when you get on the inside.
There it is, and it's Matan with the shot. High, goal. A lot of folks coming out today to Archbishop Spalding. Wambach wins it on a procedural violation and gets it quickly to Duffy. Petramala gets it behind, and they will settle things up. Brevin Wilson getting some run now. Here's Duffy. Duffy, Harshbarger. And the Harvard defense is tightening up a little bit. They trail 5-2. Harvard in white, Carolina in the Carolina blue uniforms, just like they were when John Stahl and John Webster were peddling their wares down at Carolina with the great Mike Burnett, Tommy Sears, John Hawes. Here's Suchek. Gets it back to his right hand. Shot. Goal. Suchek. Goodness.
We want to possess the ball. We want to limit Harvard's time of possession. They've done a very good job of that.
Nice save by Stevens, and Harvard's going to get that back up. And they know they're up against it right now. They cannot afford to just continue to slide. They have to grip the wall and start ascending. Carolina 10-man ride. Josh Marcus out of the cage right now. And here's Arndt. This is trouble for Carolina. Yeah. Left the jag. The uncontested clear up the far side.
That's Ty English, number 23. I had the Penn game when Carolina came to Philadelphia to play against Penn. Ty English was everywhere. He picked up ground balls. He can clear it himself. He catches outlet passes. He's an excellent defensive player for Carolina.
Voted captain in the fall. Shot, goal, beats Stevens, high, Duffy. He is riding heavy like Danson and Highsmith. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Graham Stevens, we talked about this yesterday, Booker, plays a high arc, meaning he's hot when the shot is taken. Sal Lacasio, one of the all-time goalies, great goalies, played a very flat
heels on the goal line, without question. Barney Aburn, one of the great goalies. Here's Petramala. Over 100 goals in his career. And Carolina content to sub some midfielders and just get it around the horn.
Back to Graham Stevens quickly, Booker. On an outside shot coming from 10, 15, 16 yards out, that high arc helps you because you can fill more goal and the shooter sees less. On these inside shots, I think the high arc is dangerous because it creates bad angles.
Rayo quickly to Bear. Bear back to Rayo. He wanted to let that go.
I was sure he was going to let that one go. Good cut by Bear. Didn't get it, but
Distance shot goes wide, almost like a possession-saving shot there. They just wanted to switch fields the easy way. This is Brevin Wilson. Brevin rolls back, comes up righty, and now he is on the half wall.
And it's short. He's got some space operating it.
Oh, and he beats him 5-hole. Brevin Wilson. Goodness.
Wow.
Oh. Brady Wambach making it look easy. That's why we called him a game changer to start the game.
It's not just make it, take it, it's make it, possess it.
Yeah.
It's make it and then have a whole new 80 seconds. There's only 3:51 left in the half, and they're up 8-3. They can keep possessing the ball, which means Harvard can't score.
Suchek gets it to Duffy, and they'll be a little patient right now. It's a little two-man game for Suchek and Duffy. Quick bounce shot. Petramala shot, goal. Petramala. Goodness. Hide your kids, hide your wife. He's climbing in your windows.
This is an absolute killer that can rob goals. Has not had it, but he made 2 great saves in the last possession. Let's see if that propels him forward.
Brevin Wilson will start the possession for the Tar Heels.
I think you're going to see Carolina use the whole 60 here.
Luke Baer, top center, gets it to Duffy. Duffy guarded by Muller. And they are clearly spreading things out.
Like the old 4 corners of Carolina, remember that?
Yeah, widespread panic. Spread it out.
Watch the speed.
Duffy gets the short stick matchup, and he just gets beaten down.
He still has the ball. He's tripled.
They don't have a timeout left to save him, or they surely would have used it. Carolina comes up with a loose ball, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Inside feed, shot, goal. Luke Baer finishes what Anthony Reyes started. That Mason Suchek gets it all the way around, and this is Gary Merrill. And this is Rayau. Rayau shares it with Owen Dixon. Owen Dixon, one of those great players, does everything a coach needs him to do. He could play on a lot of teams, but he chose Carolina.
Duffy
he
with it.
loves it.
He's got a short here. Watch the speed.
Where's the slide? And Duffy goes down, but gets the pass away. And here's Merrill.
He's very good at not turning the ball over. Like, he's able to somehow squirt out of these doubles and triples and never ever turn over. It's incredible, actually.
Suchek carries the pressure and moves it along. Inside feed, shot, goal. Big time goal by Owen Dixon. He calls that his court of blood technique. You do that, court of blood, just drop out of man. Back to Matt, inside feed. Petramala can't handle it. Bobbles around the top of the crease. Little game of muckle breaks out, but Harvard comes away with it. Bounce pass, and now they still have 12 seconds with which to get it over the midfield line. I'll tell you what, the VIP section sitting courtside, Knicks and Nets give me high fives. Bounce shot, goal. Harvard needs it, gets it.
And a flag late, Booker. Let's see whether that was
Marcus carrying it quickly across the field. They still have 5 seconds to get it over the midfield line, and now they are in trouble. They called it. It was one of those 50-50 calls. Maybe a scoreboard call. 11-4, Carolina ahead of Harvard. Carolina in the Carolina Blues. Harvard in white with the red helmets. Booker Corrigan, George Corrigan, bringing it to you on Corrigan Sportsnet. Thank you so much for helping defray some of the expenses. Those of you who are watching on pay-per-view, we understand getting through the paywall, but we appreciate your efforts and support. Shot high and wide. Harvard maintains possession, 55 on the shot clock. Here's Malone. Great roll dodge by Malone. Change of direction. Spidell shot, goal. You know, Spidell is starting to heat up faster than a junkie of Valor Christian. The Colorado native, and Brady Wambach makes quick work of him. I mean, he's a returning first-team All-American.
And probably first-team All-American again in 2026.
Here's Rayo as the all-freshman midfield comes in for Carolina with Gary Merrill and Luke Bear. Gary Merrill out of St. Anthony's. A lot of St. Anthony's guys.
There are a lot of St. Anthony's players here today.
Dominic Petramala against Savidup. Gets it back to Merrill. Merrill, outside shot just wide.
Still a full 42 in the shot clock to operate from here.
Oh, God. Owen Duffy, so quick. Caused chaos. Rocked like Amadeus. 6 assists on the year. Here's Ip from San Diego. Shot just wide by Perry.
Perry had a good, clean look there. She's an excellent righty shooter. I was sure he was going to score, but missed the goal. Logan Ip.
There's Ip. Here's Perry again. Shot bouncer. Marcus does the splits like his dad so many times did as a Hopkins star.
Shot coming.
Ip. Never really made it. Oh, behind the back goal by Spidell. Oh, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Wow.
Boy, Marcus is making some great.
Crimson. Oh.
Great wing play by Carolina.
Sick wing. He's done it. Parker Hoffman, the sophomore out of Boys Latin.
Speed, too. Parker Hoffman, another Carolina player. Not huge. He's not exactly 6'4", but man, can he run.
Carolina sends out the freshman midfield. Bear, Rayo, and Merrill.
They pull Petramala up top, so they're operating with 4 at the top of the midfield. And then once they get into their motion, they're getting some cutting and some pairs.
Lefty alley dodge by Rayo. Wilson, outside roll, doesn't shoot it. All the way across the field, little open space. And they opt for the pass behind. A lot of cutters off ball, George.
They're moving well, which I love. I love seeing people cut and see the ball moving and people moving.
Duffy gets it over to Bear, and somehow they live to fight another day. They called Stevens with a save there, full 60 seconds back on the shot clock with 1:47 in the quarter. Here's Merrill. Speed. Almost called for intentional grounding right there, George. Threw that ball right at the ground.
It might have been a quote-unquote possession shot, if you will.
Petro up top to Bear. The BL guy getting it to the St. Paul's guy.
Carolina takes, on average, Booker 50 shots a game versus Harvard more 39 shots a game.
Shot, goal. Duffy feeling it. He is absolutely on a roll. Here's Stevens. Carolina in a drop back. They caused the chaos at the middle of the field. And now it's in the stick of Logan Ip.
Still not over yet.
And they are onsides.
They got it out. Over 9.5 to go here, Booker. I can't believe he did that.
To Spidell. Here's Ip. Corlita Malone. Oh, and a slip on the dodge.
Great ground down.
Did not go in the crease. Teddy Malone with the shot, and they're going to give the back up to Harvard. Ip from behind.
Teddy Malone.
Righty shot, righty goal. Teddy Malone. Over 100 goals in his career. Wow.
That's one of the only breakdowns, Booker, I gotta say.
What's going on here?
But that's one of the only mistakes they've made all day. The rest of the time they've been tight and organized. They've been organized, tight, and focused. That's really the only easy one they gave him all day. And that's really good defense. If you can play a whole game and only make one sort of blatant mistake, that's excellent defense.
Purdy Wambach throws it back, and Marcus quickly to the corner. Great play by Wilson. Brevin Wilson, no relation to Bevan Maslach, but you get it behind the cage again, and here's Dominic Petromala. And we're below 10 minutes, below 9 minutes, George, and we are 13-7. Harvard clawing their way back. As we get a good look at that VIP section, thank you so much to Ruth's Chris and Riley's Oyster for catering.
I actually had a sample at the VIP section, and it was quite outstanding. I'm going to tell you about it. It was an incredible pork sandwich.
That's your friend Brian McComas.
Outstanding.
You played Marion with him. Here is Wilson doing a little jitterbug, goal line extended, gets up to the half wall, gets it to Duffy. Oh, great diagonal pass, but it's deflected. Oh, shot by Petromala. Oh, are you feeling it, Evil? I felt it.
Spidell, he could have caught it, one fake, and dumped it in the bottom of the goal. He shot it so quickly that I don't think he had a chance to look where it was going.
Marcus lobs it up to Suchek. Suchek finds an open Brevin Wilson. Outside shot by Wilson goes wide, and it's going to be backed up by Carolina. Little moment of pause right there for the Harvard faithful as the clock now creeps down to the 3:16 mark. Fourth quarter.
And they've got a whole 60 here, right? So if you're Carolina, that clock's going to go down to almost just 2 minutes to go with a 7-goal lead. So Harvard was undefeated, till today, and they've had an unbelievable season. Today was not their day, but again, what we've learned this year in 2026 is any of the top 20 teams can beat any of the other top 20 teams. It's going to be very hard for anybody to go undefeated, and so today just wasn't Harvard's day.
And Carolina subs out Josh Marcus, but inside on the finish, Mason Suchek. Stud play by him as Kent Good. As Wilson settles things, and the clock now trickles to the 2-minute mark. And they get it all the way around. This is a delayed possession for Carolina. Luke Baer over to Merrill.
If this was an NBA game, Booker, they would just dribble this one out.
Yep.
They would just dribble the ball out. And I think that's what Carolina. I think Carolina's going to wait till it gets to 10 seconds and throw it down in the corner. I don't think they're going to try to score anymore.
Don't need to. That's the second midfield line, that freshman midfield doing such a great job. There's the shot clock now at 22. And here's Duffy. Outside shot, goal. And he goes off hip. The beast in me.
Good all-around balanced game and showed a lot of strength in every point of the field. Up, back, up, back. Very impressive.
Matt Reedy in on attack for Carolina, along with Nate Sage, the freshman out of Peterborough, Ontario. Played at the Lawrenceville School. The school of Pete Nigerian once was a dominant force for the lacrosse program in the early 80s.
Not to mention Richie Baruch.
The great Rich Baruch.
Two-sport, going back to multiple sports, a two-sport All-American in college. You don't see that a lot.
No, you don't.
All-American in soccer at the University of Pennsylvania, also made All-American in lacrosse.
Carolina just working it around Drayden Boltman, the freshman out of Torrey Pines. Gets it over to Reedy, and they're going to spin it all the way around. I tell you, there's a huge goal by Owen Dixon in the first half that I just thought was fabulous. He just really found a way to accomplish something for his team. Owen Dixon, the son of the great Mark Dixon, referee, broadcaster, and a great player in his own right back at Hopkins in his day. Inside feed, shot, goal. And a feed that was practically